Today, 16th of February, Valentine's Day was 2 days ago. And while there are red roses wilting in vases all around the world, chocolate wrappers discarded in slightly grubby waste paper bins, it's fair to assume that my love affair with this boat is still pretty deep. So let's go inside and look to see just how close we are to consummating a year and a half of work. Let's go and have a look. So first things first, I'm gonna hopefully bounce jauntily across the trampolines and not fall like the mouse in the game Mousetrap through into and onto concrete. This is where we are. We have foresails, we have the screecher, the big asymmetric, the big kind of like upwind sail rigged, which basically means jib, foresail, all in position, all ready. The asymmetric bowsprit is not there, but this is rigged so that we have light wind upwind sail, and the main is already in place. And all this hardware has all been tested. Jib has been tested, mainsail's been tested. We're just about there. And so, at the 16th of February, I think we are literally 2 weeks from this boat being dropped in the water. It's to be christened, to be baptized, to be tested. It's a very, very interesting time. And when we go inside, you will start to see that all we're doing now is just tweaking. But let's go inside and see what we've got to show you. Also, just to notice now, since last week, we've got little things, little touches. The radar is in place. The flag pennants in place. And all that mousing that wasn't done last time, it's all done.
And now I just want to talk to you about the coach roof and the solar panels on hull 1 of the 1370, nimbly stepping up using these 2 steps, which have been designed with the sailor in mind, onto the coach roof. The solar panels in here, now these are not the solar panels that are going to be on our boat. These have just been put on for the test sail and for the photo shoot to kind of show where the placement of the solar will be. But just for confirmation, there are 1980 watts of solar going on here. Black carbon GPL sails by Doyle Sails. Absolutely stunning, high performance sails, flexibility, but also ease of use. So we are looking forward to having those. Ruby Rose 2 will have the GPL light skin sails on. Just because you've all been asking the question, the foresail is the same. We also, just for continuity, because it seems that we like the color black, why not? I am a kind of ex-goth, I guess. So black spinnaker and black code 0, so everything is going to be black on here, and that is what Ruby Rose 2 will look like. There will be some minor surprises when you finally see our spinnaker fly, but yes, solar panels all just tacked in place here for the photo shoot, which is going on this week, because after all, this is launch week, and we have got to the point with hull number 1 where we are now looking just to final fit out. So a lot of solar is going to be all over this boat, and from all the calculations that we have seen over the years, it is absolutely clear to us that we will be able to, with those big master volt alternators, the big 200 amp alternators, and all this solar, we will have enough to completely run this boat at anchor.
And so for the first time, actually, since I started on this project, with this boat, actually the question is really not so much what's left to do, but actually what's not left to do. There's nothing left to do. They're literally just finishing off. So we're here. We are, just about done. But inside, let's go and have a good look.
Now let's have a quick look about the interior. Now these headlining panels have not been finished off, and they are just templating the final wood, but everything is now, this is, as I've said before, like one of those home makeover shows where they simply just get you to the point where they need to dress everything. So everything is covered up. The yellow tape is to protect scratches, all the light fittings, all the switches, everything is covered, and the woodwork is all finally in place. And you can also see obviously these plastic coating over the wood panels again. So it is just the final little bits to be done here. The cover over the chart table, over the switching gear, and then over the course of the coming weeks, everything is just going to be finished off, tidied up, and all these wrappers peeled off, like the way you kind of tug the plastic film off the screen of a new phone. It's going to be like this, only on speed. It's going to be absolutely amazing to see this whole reveal taking place. And again, today is the 27th of February, and this was filmed about 2 weeks ago, and I've literally just come back off the boat, and it is going to be a point where in 2 days time this will all be complete, and they have literally just apportioned Wednesday for just cleaning the boat once everything is complete. A hive of activity, but yes, everything in here is now complete, final fitting, and then we will be going test sailing next week. So this, just to keep you in the loop, we are going for dual gas and induction. So where we have the power, we will use induction. If we don't, we have propane there. So again, a clever little nifty option so that we can always just rely on renewables, and it gives us two options there. The gas barbecue obviously is something that we will have to use propane for, but again, it gives you a good idea of the galley, the visibility from out this window, those big electric windows which will allow us to communicate very, very effectively with whoever's at the helm, to pass drinks through, to kind of like, and obviously visibility, things on night wash. And don't forget, we will be doing a lot of night sailing, and Terysa and I have always said that, on night sailing, what we need is someone else in the cockpit. And when we were on Ruby Rose, it was very, more often than not, I would sleep in the cockpit or Terysa would sleep in the cockpit. So we would always have an eye on one another. And so this whole space that is now just being wired up, finally, the NMEA data cables going in, all the nav gear going in. This is really just the final couple of days, if anything else. Drawers in place, there is literally just the desktop to go in. So yeah, this for us will be our nav station. The chair goes in, the chair is super comfortable, and I'm going to kind of give you a quick sneak preview to next week's episode.
Wow, this is like super damn comfortable, super comfortable.
The chair is like everything we ever wanted, that will give us the ability to control the boat completely from the nav desk in comfort. And this whole area, this whole indoor outdoor area, is going to be absolutely amazing for both living and sailing. We intend to sail this boat, we intend to take this boat across oceans, and this for us, with those protected helms, is exactly what we want. So ability to look at the sails through these big windows, ability to helm from an enclosed position, and the ability to just have a lifestyle where when we're at anchor, we have everything available to us just by walking through that big trifold door out to those stern platforms to retrieve obviously the fish that we're going to catch, although it seems very rare these days that we can actually remember the time when we used to catch fish. One thing that I do want to talk about is these steps. These steps have not been bonded in, but again, this gives you a little step up. And again, these hatches open into the aft heads. And this one here on the starboard side is actually for the aft cabin. So again, ventilation going through there. A very clever, nifty little addition to provide ventilation into the aft heads if you are on the port side, or on the starboard side it is the aft cabin. But again, these are all in place, and don't think these will also provide shade, so you're not going to get sun beating through that window. So all the lines are now in place, the winches are all been tested, those big electric winches, and so everything in place bar the winch handles. And once those winch handles are in and they finished off, tidied this boat all up, yes, we will be showing you this from the water after a 2.5 year wait. So only a few days left, people, before you see this zipping along in the water. Keep watching.
So it looks like now we're literally just at the final panels to Velcro in place. But this is all going to be fabric faced. So this has all been finished off now. All this templating, if you all remember looking at how all those green bits, all those green templates, all done now, and now just the final fit. And also you can see the LED lighting strip, which is all going to be masked, vents for the air conditioning there, and as per our previous discussions. Look at the quality of this joinery. Look, beautiful. Oh, looks amazing, amazing, amazing. So, hole 1, 2 weeks from completion. As you keep asking me, what the hell is going on with Ruby Rose 2? What is going on with Ruby Rose 2? Oh, here she is. There's a whole team of workers. There's a specification on our boat. I'm just going to take a quick walk on board because she is a few months behind hull 1, and with good reason. That we've explained that this is Ruby Rose 2. There's a lot of fiberglass work, small parts, carbon coach roof bonded in, target arch bonded on. Now, what this chap is doing, that is the gutter that goes between the saloon, or the cover for the gutter that goes between the saloon and the cockpit. So there's a lot going on here. And if I walk onto the foredeck, I mean, I kind of guess that you've seen all this in hull 1, but this is hull 2. We have specified our boat in a very different way. So as this gets fitted out, as this launch continues, as this preparation continues, you will see this far, far more kind of appearing as, you know, what the rest of the boats will look like. So yes, that's ours. And the rest of the yard, I think we are now at 8. There's 8 hulls here, all of them kind of like in various stages of build. Just focus on this, ladies and gentlemen. This is us, Ruby Rose 2, Seawind 1370. So listen, I hope you enjoyed that. That is another very, very brief overview of exactly what's going on here. Couple of weeks away from launch, couple of weeks away from seeing her splash, seeing this beautiful boat hit the water. So yeah, that is where we are. I hope you enjoyed this. I'll be back next week. Give us a like, give us a thumbs up, and I'll see you all really, really soon. Take care, goodbye.